Hey guys, DB Smiley here. It's time to talk the toughest operations boss in the two new raids. This is probably the toughest story mode in any raids in this game so far. This is Squadron. You have two ATST type units. You're going to attack Unit 1 until it puts its shield up, then switch to Unit 2 while a DPS runs a bomb from the back right over to Unit 1 to blow it up. This is a tightly tuned fight. There's a couple strategies. Here's basically the time you're looking at with Unit 1 putting its shields up. Basically every blank 30 seconds, so 0:30, 1 minute 30, 2 minute 30, Unit 1's going to put a shield up, forcing DPS to swap to Unit 2 and someone to run a bomb. There's two strategies for bomb running. 30-second swaps, which we show in this video, which involves a DPS picking up a bomb and running it in the 30 to 60 second window, blowing up Unit 1 shield at 60 seconds, DPS swapping back for 30 seconds, and then repeating this cycle over and over. This strategy requires very tight DPS, so if you can't pull it off, you may want to look at 60-second swaps. 60-second swaps, you can blow up two shields at one time, so what you do is you wait for two shield stacks to form. So at 90 seconds, the Unit 1 would have two stacks of shield. You'd run the bomb and blow it up at 91 seconds, and then swap for a minute, and then swap back for another minute. Again, we do 30-second swaps here in this video. I'm going to have to talk extremely quickly because there is a lot going on. So if you have questions, please feel free to write them in the comments and I'll do my best to reply. I am tanking Unit 1 initially. I'm watching for a few things. First, I am watching for a cast of a particular attack. This is called Rapid Fire. Comes up right here. When Rapid Fire comes up, I have to move. I cannot stand still. If you stand still, you die in 2 seconds with Rapid Fire. It doesn't matter if you run a cooldown or not. It does a lot of damage. Second thing I'm watching for, Rolling Mine's going to come up here. It's a very large orange circle. It appears under tank. Now, not always when the orange circle appears does the Rolling Mine come up. The tank's job is to taunt Rolling Mine and blow it up. Targeting Droid just spawned underneath Unit 1. Targeting Droid must be blown up by DPS very quickly. It forces Unit 1 to swap to another target, so you want to handle it very quickly. Now, we just executed a taunt swap there, so I am on Unit 2. Unit 2 is untauntable. However, because DPS starts out on Unit 1, tank shouldn't have any trouble holding aggro. You got to watch those red circles. They tick for 20k damage. I ate one there because I was a baddie. Don't eat them, especially if you're not a tank. They do a lot of damage, and there's already a lot of outgoing damage in this fight. I'll explain the taunt swap mechanic the next time we're back there. Notice that DPS is right now on Unit 1. Punk is getting in position already to run the bomb. That giant grenade white circle, you need to move that away from the raid because it does a knockdown effect, so you don't want more than one person getting hit by it. Now when I'm on Unit 2, I am staring down my target of target, which is above the Unit 2 health bar. Right now it's on Let's Get Tanked, which is me. I'm watching that. The second that switches to Isma, we have to execute a tank swap. Unit 2 does this whenever he feels like it. There is no way to know it's coming. You just have to watch target of target and do it when he swaps target. There's no call out or anything. So again, I get Rapid Fire and I'm dodging. Punk, notice the shield is up on Unit 1. Punk is actually running in with the grenade here. When you're running the grenade, you can't do anything, so he can't do force speed, he can't pop a defensive, he can't DPS. So you gotta move the grenade as best you can. DPS is now back on Unit 1. Whenever Unit 1 shield is down, you want to attack Unit 1, and you want to switch to Unit 2. Now, Punk is using a timer here. That's right, you're going to have to use a timer. There's no way to know 30-second intervals are passing unless you're keeping time yourself. So you need one DPS who's really willing to put in the work and keep track of a timer here, even in story mode. This is going to be a nightmare for Pug groups, so just be aware of this. You really need Mumble. You really need someone with a timer. At this point, it's mostly rinse, wash, repeat. Again, continue to avoid red circles. The healing in this fight is difficult. If people are eating red circles, it becomes impossible. Notice that Punk, if he gets a grenade, we have to move out of his way. The reason is Punk, who is the bomb runner, is on a very tight timer. Everyone else, if they get a grenade, it's their job to move to what is now the left, which is field side. However, when I pick up Unit 1, it'll be on my right. That's a big open space that you can run grenades to. If Punk has a grenade, everyone has to get out of his way because he's like the rabbit from Alice in Wonderland. He's very late all the time. He has to be running. Again, I'm just watching for targeting droids, like one there, and I call that out. Punk's job is to call out either lightning, which is Unit 1, or fire, which is Unit 2. Now, you can use your own markings. I would recommend that, however. I would avoid the shield marking because one of the key mechanics involves a shield. So at this point, we're trying to get the bosses down fairly even. We're actually on our last bomb here. So Unit 1 at this point is already... this was our second to last bomb that just blew up. So Unit 1 now is in the high 20s. We want to burn it down. Realistically, you can burn about 17% per bomb, give or take, but that kind of was the number we averaged out to. And that's really damage you need to do because you're going to get 6 DPS phases on Unit 1 with 30-second swaps. So you need to damage about 16-17% each time minimum. If you're not pulling those numbers, go to 60-second swaps. Now you can see Punk moves to the door there to drop his bomb. By the way, that purple circle that Unit 2 drops, just stay out of it. And you want to stay at melee range on Unit 2 as much as you can. When you're at range, he does a missiles attack, which does a lot more damage than his stomp. So that's why I run to the Unit 2 whenever I pick him up. Punk is now bringing in the last bomb, and he's actually going to get a grenade here. So again, it's my job to move away. When you run the bomb under the boss, you're picked up like it's Warlord Kefis, or like Luke Skywalker in Empire Strikes Back when he destroys the AT-ST. So you just run underneath. It takes about 4 seconds for the animation to blow the shield up. So you don't want to swap until the shield is down. At this point, we... have killed the bosses. We DPS them very evenly. This was a very clean pull. This is an extremely difficult fight. Be patient, keep working at it, and best of luck. Thanks for watching.